Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. What y'all doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Is the mic on? It should be on. Hello, hello. Yes, it's working. Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon. Miss Maria might be somewhere taking a nap, y'all. And Miss Sexy Diva probably taking a nap. My thoughts might be at work. Everybody might be taking a nap because I need to take me a nap. Child, I'm ready to take a nap, honey. I is just ready to take a nap. Y'all, this time done changed. It seems like it's just going so fast. The day goes really, really fast. I thought the day's supposed to be longer or something, but I don't know. Anyway, it seems like the time just goes really fast. But happy Monday, y'all. Y'all get on up in here, hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. I greatly appreciate it. You see the hype button, hype up the video. Hype it up, hype it up. To my all my amazing mods, thank y'all for always coming through to show your love and support. Cause it is whose house? Our house. I appreciate y'all so much. That part right there. What y'all eating today? Child, I made me some dip last night. I'm gonna have me some dip later on. And I'm taking me a nap, honey. I'm be going to sleep. Miss Deborah says, I do not like when time go up, honey. It take me a whole year to get adjusted and then it changed and then I gotta go again. It just takes a whole lot out of me. Especially when you get older, honey. Child, I just be like, be feeling like I'm on a roller coaster, honey. I am an on time person. I like being on time. I don't like being late. But honey, I hadn't even realized the time changed yesterday, honey. I was late, child. I said, what? Wait, what is going on? Whew. Anyway, I thought they said they were gonna stop doing this mess, but anyway. Hey, Miss Fag, she says, good evening, everyone. Miss Deborah says, hey, G Mods and Chats. Miss Sonia, my mod, hello, everyone. Hey, beautiful. Miss Deborah is speaking to you ladies. That part right there. But child, who out here trying to shoot up, bang bang, Rihanna? We're just gonna jump on in, honey. And I done took my medicine too. So yeah. Even though I wake up with the chickens, girl, you know, wake up with the chickens. I remember when the chickens used to crow. That we used to have the chickens for our alarm clock, because I think like every morning around 5 and 6, they out there doing that. And the damn chickens out there, Lord, have mercy. Wake on up, honey. That was the alarm clock. Didn't need one. Mm-mm. Yeah, honey, we had some chickens. I love them when they was little bitty bitties. That's what they used to call them. Little bitty bitties. I like for them to walk in my hand whenever they would go and purchase them. Ooh, child. I tell you, but anyway, them was the good old days for me, y'all. That part right there. But yeah, y'all, who out here trying to shoot up Riri house, honey? Y'all know Rihanna ain't out here bothering nobody, honey. Well, people that tell me that they're crazy lady, whoever she was. What is you doing down through there? Going down through there, honey. Lord, they said she let off about 10 rounds at the house, honey. One of them hit the house. I said, Lord Jesus, these people and these pow needs to go somewhere and sit down. Why is you bothering people? Do y'all think that was a crazy fan? A delusional fan? Some of these people get too crazy, child. Fan, obsession, jealousy. Child, you tie all that stuff up there together. That's a whole hot mess right there. That's just too much. But prayers up to Rihanna and her family. So glad that they didn't get hit or touched. I'm sure security. I'm sure security is very high right about now, honey. Happened yesterday, honey. That what people told me, child. I said, well, Lord have mercy, Jesus, child. The people just out here, they be doing too much, too much. How y'all feeling about Sherry Shepherd? I know this was a week or two or something, but Wendy, I just thought about Wendy Williams, but Sherry Shepherd losing the show, honey, and all of that. I would never want nobody to compare me to a Wendy Williams, honey, because Wendy that purple chair was something special, child. Child, they said the guardianship of Wendy's supposed to be up real soon. We've been hearing that for the last couple of months now. But they saying that the guardianship's supposed to be up. The good people want Wendy back on the TV, y'all. They said they want Wendy back on the TV, child. They said that they're gonna do all kinds of stuff to make sure that Wendy feels very comfy, honey. I'm talking about rolling the purple chair out there, honey, propping up the feet, whatever Wendy need, honey. All they want is her mouth, child. I said, Lord, have mercy, Jesus, child. Ooh, what a legend, child. But a blessing to Sherry. She said sometimes you have to go through a whole lot of stuff. The people didn't understand what they had to go through, to be on the TV. Well, baby, you should have thought about all this here stuff before you signed on that line and said, I do. I to do it. I to do it, huh? Not behind no window, I wouldn't. Miss Deborah says her bail is set for $10 million. I do not know if it was a fan, but as well as she fired the weapon, it makes me wonder. Not the 10 million, honey. I don't think she's gonna be getting out. Child. Sound like to me, Miss Deborah. She woke up and said, what can I go do today to go to jail? I just feel as though I want to go to jail. What can I do that can land me in jail? Let's see if I can Google search Rihanna's address. Here it is. And you drive down there with a pow pow. Honey, don't nobody feel sorry for you. You get what you get, baby. You knew better. You knew better, but you chose not to do better. How about that? That part right there. But yeah, y'all, people are crazy, Miss Deborah. But yeah, they saying that they want Wendy back. So, I'm just waiting for Wendy to get released from up under this guardianship. I feel as though Wendy should handle the business with them folk, honey, that had her down there in that confinement and probably trying to make her take all kinds of medication that can cause you to feel some type of way. So I need for Wendy to take care of that first. But the people don't realize, I'm sure that was some pretty good news for Calvin Hunter, because he always in the bushes peeping, honey. If she go back out there on the set, honey, Kevin gonna get some little taste of money, because all he want is some money. Y'all know Kevin wants some money, because that Sharina says no money and no funny. Don't come over here. Don't you call me with your broke ass. That's what Sharina said. I ain't said. That is what Sharina said. Sharina, you remind me, you and Colbert just alike. Y'all don't know how to shut up and sit down when you got it good, had it made. All you have to do is keep your mouth closed. Girl, you were living large even though you're living down the street from Wendy. But mm. No, you want the paparazzi and all them there people to follow you and take pictures out there and all that there extravaganza and that's how come when they had none of their folk to go pick up that car when you pull back up in their yard. When they says set it off on the left, y'all set it off on the left, y'all set it off. When they told the people going up there and set it off on it, they said okay. Child, they had the people in the places where the people need to be, honey, because the camera was rolling and all we seen was that little car going up in the air. I said, oh, look at Wendy cutting the whole food. Pull your power card, honey, and let them know who the boss is. You ain't running nothing. That's what she did too. And Wendy was up there, hey, Sharina and Journey, riding around in my car, spending my money. Call out Wendy. Ooh, child. Miss Deborah says she is smarter than coleslaw. You think she's smarter than coleslaw? Girl, I think they neck and neck. I think they neck and neck, honey, because they didn't. She was running off at the mouth too. She wasn't as loud as the bird. The bird was real loud. She quiet on the set, though now. She real quiet. Child, I don't know what she got going on, but she's quiet on the set, honey. And God bless her on the journey. But I don't think Wendy's gonna go back out there. Hopefully, if anything, she do her podcast. But she know Kevin is peeping in the singing in the background, and he waiting on her to make a move. Make a move. Ain't that somehow you just can't get rid of a mofo? Child, I just want to get rid of you. Why don't you fly? Go away. Shoot fly. Get away from me. Leave me alone. God, dog. Can't get rid of them now. Cannot get rid of them. Y'all come on in, hit that like button, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hype, hit the like button. You in the bushes over here again. You are welcome to come in here and interact in the chat, engage, talk, and all that stuff. I keep telling you, I don't know why y'all do that though. But thank you for your view. That helps me too. Thank you for the view every day. Just keep on pulling up and giving me the view. I appreciate it. God bless you. So y'all be out here changing all kinds of stuff to be in folk live that you claim you don't like. I don't understand. But anyway, do what you do. Miss Deborah says, at least she left that food. Coleslaw is not going anywhere. Well, Miss Deborah, she still feels as though she's not in a position to go anywhere. Martell has locked her down. Got her locked up, won't let her out. Ain't nothing obvious. They both gonna torture each other, and that's just fine with me, honey. I don't feel no ways about it. They deserve each other as hard as they didn't fight for each other, honey. They needs to be right there, baby. They needs to be right there with each other, honey. Don't y'all move. Stay right there. In the words of the queen of reality TV, she said all they do is fight and cry. Girl, she said all they do is fight and cry. I said, Jesus, how embarrassing. Fight and cry, child. Well, that's what he wanted, child. That's what he want. He like to put his hands on the girls though. So she said, you two-piece me, I'm a two-piece you back. So I guess they be two-piecing each other, honey. Don't nobody get fooled. Nobody ends up getting fooled behind it, but let them do what they do, child. It's a hot mess. God bless them on their journey. So y'all, in the Tyrone Davis situation, child. It's a mess. It's a mess. Justice for Tyrone. Justice for Dro. But honey, let me tell y'all, that boy family, them people is messy, y'all. I don't trust that Aunt Natasha no further than I can see her. It looks to me as if these people are clout chasing and all this kind of bullshit to get whatever revenue, income, or whatever they can get off of Tyrone slash his name. But that Aunt Tasha that comes out, honey, she be over there on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I don't trust that lady. I do not trust that lady at all. But they still saying that they still Justice for Dro. They said they would be going to Gainesville, Florida, March the 28th to do a protest march or whatever they call themselves doing. But I heard on this other channel, you just can't pop up down in these parking lots. You have got to have permits and all that kind of stuff. So they have invited a whole bunch of people to meet them down there. If you need a ride, let them know, child. They pop locking and dropping and all that kind of stuff. They need to rent a van. They said that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna rent that van, but they're going back down there to Gainesville because it ain't over. It ain't over, is what they said, y'all. But they said that they did get the private investigator. I don't understand why they would go that route with a private investigator. As for me, they've been asking people to help, taking up money, raising money, and all this kind of stuff, child. They said they got a private investigator, but they will not disclose the private investigator's name. Um, it's child, it's a lot, but they're not gonna tell the person's name and all of that. I feel as though they should have hold on, Miss Deborah. She said, you do not trust her. Gee, what am I missing? I'm gonna tell you, she what was I at? They're going down there March the 28th and all of that. I guess to do some more protesting or whatever. But they didn't need any help, they didn't need no money, they got everything they need and all that. They're blase, blase, blase. But as far as that private investigator, I feel as though they should have went and got hired a lawyer to let them handle this situation and all that kind of stuff to help them get to wherever they're trying to get to find out what was happened to him. But the autopsy report reported that it was an accident. So I really don't know what these people is looking for. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust that lady, Miss Deborah. I don't trust her. I just feel it in my gut down there because they come out with this story. They say that story, then they throw something else out there. And Miss Deborah, I don't know if you heard, but the guy that guy, his name on the tip of my tongue, Polo. That guy Polo, Polo mad at him. Polo out there calling them out. Polo letting them know how crooked they is and how much they lie and all that kind of stuff. Polo let the good people know what y'all hiring a private eye for. Y'all didn't need no private investigator. You should have went and hired some lawyers or whatever. Child Polo is calling them out. He said that daddy, how that daddy reached out to him personally, reached out to Polo, asking Polo to see what he could find out. Because Polo lives somewhere near Florida down there. He's not that far. Well, maybe 2-3 hours. I'm not really sure. I think they said between 3 hours away or something of that sort. But yeah, Polo went down, been going down there looking around, searching and all that kind of stuff. Well, Polo let the people know that the daddy reached out to him and was calling him. Polo said every time that daddy called him, he made himself available for him. He said if he saw a missed call and it was from that daddy, he said he reached back out to that daddy. Well, Polo let the good people know, honey. He said whenever he was going through and he was feeling some type of way. Polo said he reached out to the pappy, honey, and the pappy hasn't to yet call him back, honey. Polo was calling them all out. He was putting them all out there on blast, honey. He letting the people know. Don't y'all, he said, when people is trying to help and donate money, they have every right to know who, where, when, and why, all where the money is going and all that kind of stuff. But everything they want to keep, Natasha, they want to keep everything like a secret. Don't want nobody to ask questions and all that kind of. Now I don't trust that lady. I don't trust them. I don't trust. Yeah, I seen that guy Polo on his channel. Yeah, Polo went in. He went in. He went in. Polo told him, "Don't thank me. You don't want your thing. It's not sincere." Child Polo calling them out. I'm listening to Polo. That part right there. Polo said just like he took time off to go and try to see what was going on and do his little investigation and all that. He said they could have did the same thing. Polo said they didn't even offer him. They supposed to give him some cut water or something. They didn't offer him a hot meal for him using his vehicle going up and down the highway and all that. More or less, now they ain't even answering the phone. They mad at Polo, child. Probably cause Polo said I ain't putting up with this bullshit no more. But no, honey, I don't trust them people. I don't. And they said the little boy, Dro's baby mom or the two kids, she did a GoFundMe. I think it may be over there on Facebook or something. But she did a GoFundMe and she was asking for $11,000. $11,000 ain't gonna get no kids to the years of 1800. That ain't no money this day and time. I spent 5,000 of the day, probably in 2 or 3 hours, depending on where I'm at. Anyway. But yeah, she was asking for $11,000. It was reported that she only had like $900. Natasha them don't even mention those kids and none of that stuff. It's all about them. I. And now she's a motivational speaker over there on Facebook or whatever. Just trolling, getting whatever she can gain from. It seems like she want to gain whatever Dro had, and it's such a trending hot topic right now. And I want everybody to know this my nephew. This gonna help me grow my channel / whatever I got going on. I just feel like they're using his name. They're using his name for themselves. They selfish. These are selfish people, and they come out and they tell lies. They say this. Don't do that. Don't Lulu. It's still Lulu. Lulu did it. Lulu did that. That. No, Well, Polo let the people know that Lulu won't lie. He said Lulu is telling the truth, hon. I said, okay then. Miss Deborah says, yeah, I heard him say that the family, or should I say, his dad was not returning his call. I ain't calling him back, Miss Deborah. I ain't calling. I ain't got time for him now, Miss Deborah. I said, okay. That's what I said, honey. They have got Polo in his feelings. And Polo gonna mess around and really tell something that they don't want Polo to tell. Let them keep on mess F around and find out. All I know. But yeah, as for me, those are just my opinions. When it comes to that lady, and I think that's her niece. I forgot that niece name to be talking. She claimed to have so much more sense than all the rest of them, honey. She want the people to know that they going more than 5 car deep this time and all that. It kind of sound like they be braggadocious and all of that kind of stuff when they get on live. But yeah, wait, where that money going? Did y'all get any money? Did you offer the cheering in the thing? Well, what is going on? The people are entitled to know what is really going on. What is going on? And then like Natasha come out and just instead of saying thank everybody across the internet that's been shouting out my nephew, speaking on his name, thank everybody. Now she called out certain people name, and then like the other people ain't did nothing. Don't do that. You making other people feel some type of way, and then they be like, well, dang, we put in our hard work. One Gigi, criminal villain. That lady worked hard over there, her and Kamala and Sean and all the rest of them up there trying to get the puzzles to the solve the puzzle and all that kind of stuff. She don't call that lady out, child. She don't call, like I be over there in the chat too. She don't call that lady out. She got mad at her too, cause you know you don't do what I want you to do. Okay, I'm gonna discard you. So it was one of those type things. I don't like that. I mean, you calling out everybody. You want everybody to help acknowledge everybody. Everybody's playing a part on this internet, calling it out, trying to keep his name alive and all that kind of stuff. So, there's something about that lady. It's gonna come out. I'm like Polo. It's gonna come out in a few minutes, son. It's gonna come out. I don't know if it's gonna come out in the wash or the dry. Mm-mm. I don't know which way it's gonna come out, but it's gonna come out. Um, about them and that money that they have taken up or whatever. But as far as the children, I think they said that the lady went and filed for the, what is it, Social Security, honey? When somebody is deceased, I think the lady is supposed to be getting the children's Social Security and all of that. So I don't know. But as for me, they claim he had $1 million worth of clothes in the closet. They claim he got all these fancy cars and stuff because I synced them. They could sell all of this stuff to get the money, whatever they need that they claim, but they claim that they're rich one day and the next day they ain't rich. So I just get really confused. And the way they come out and say little things, it throws it and it just be like, it's just all over the place. People can't figure out what to believe. They think they're getting close to trying to figure something out, and then they come out, they be listening, child. They come out, they be listening. They come out and then they say something. It's just crazy for them. Miss Deborah says, and Tamala is very passionate about what happened to Tyrone. She wants the truth to be told. Yes, she is. Tamala has put in a lot of time. I love her. She's so sweet. She funny at the same time too. But yeah, she put in a lot of work investigating. She even said last night I was listening to Gigi criminal villains, and she had was playing the Polo's video, him talking about all this stuff that they was doing, and she was up in there. She's really really passionate about it, and like she said, they all over the place. They just all over the place, y'all. You cannot figure it out, but it's like they don't want you to figure it out. One minute they claim they want help, and then the next minute they don't want the help. I should just do too much. Do There's something ain't right with Miss Deborah. Now you mark my word, honey. You're gonna be like, well, gee, we were talking and it came out that you right. There's something ain't right about that auntie, honey. Nah, she trying to gain some wealth off of Tyrone's name, allegedly. My opinion only, just my opinion. That part right there. But it's gonna be a shame for all those people that do want to go down there to Gainesville to help march or whatever they're gonna be doing down there. But Tyrone, and then they get down there and can't do nothing. I mean, they so many protocols they gotta go through and things they need to do, like even with the PI. These people don't. Y'all better learn how to read the bylaws, honey. Read the bylaws. You don't know, ask somebody. Google search it. Google search to see what is really going on, child. Uh, and Tamala is very passionate about Tyrone. She wants, okay, read down. But yeah, she wants the truth to come out. All of them was up there, but yeah, Tamala, she going real deep, and she's asking people to go over there and contribute to the children's GoFundMe. I think it is. I think it's on Facebook for anybody that wants to go and contribute to the children. Help out if you can. But as far as contributing to the auntie and them, child, they had the Venmo and they had this going, they had that going. Child, you probably be surprised at the money that these folks have collected off of this young man's name. Child, you have to be careful. But my thing with this case and with what has happened to Tyrone, people like Tamala are very passionate about it. They are very passionate, and they putting in a lot of hard work, losing sleep, trying to figure this out and all that kind of stuff. But when you got a family like this that come out and say this, say something else the next time, do this, just all over the place, it's going to discourage people that is really going through some stuff, that really needs help. And then the people be questioning, is these people gonna be like Tyrone's family? You know, they doing a lot of damage out here. This is just my opinion only, but I feel like they doing more harm than good, and they need to sit down and shut up. Ms. Deborah says, well, gee, I believe something happens to Tyrone. Do you believe he got out the car, or was he pushed out of the car? Miss Deborah, I imagine myself driving down the highway and I have a passenger in my car with me. I can't, I don't see how I would be able to just reach across, open the door, and push that person out. That's just my theory. What is your theory? I don't see how that could have happened. Now, what I want to know in this situation, how did he get the trauma to his head? How did that happen? That's what I want to know. That's the part nobody can seem to figure out. Trauma to the head, a blow, like somebody hit him. I want to start there. What happened? Who hit him? Now, if he was hit in the back of the head and they put him in the car, yes, easily for somebody to open the door, but it's got to be a third person in the car to push him out the car. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like we got to start with how he the head. Who hit him in the head? Got to start there. But yeah, back to Tamala. She even let the people know that she reached out to Nancy Grace. She told Natasha and them, reach out to Nancy Grace. You know, Nancy Grace them talk about stories like this, unsolved mysteries and all that kind of stuff. You know, with people be throwing out so many things that they can try to do and try this, try that, and all that. Well, they said, we hear y'all, we hear y'all, we listening, we listening. Of course you're listening, but what are you doing with it? And just like Tamala said, they got to put boots on the ground, honey. They got to put boots on the ground. But as for me, this is just me. Everything I say is allegedly, it's in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I just don't feel like they are as involved with this case and solving it like they claim to be. I just feel like I see a money rack situation in this. We can get this and we can get that. That's just what I feel. Even for certain people in the family, they're not even letting them know how much money is being collected because the money goes to, I don't know if that's Tyrone's sister. I can't think of her name, but she be like the speaker. I don't know. She's not gonna tell the people how much money is being sent to her. She's not gonna do that. Mm-mm. Miss Deborah says, okay, that makes sense. I believe someone hit him in the head, and I also believe there was a third person there. Yeah, I think there had to be somebody else that was involved. Because you have to keep in mind, Lulu said it went too far, whatever that's supposed to mean. I mean, jealousy is a thing. It's really real. I don't know if you've seen on his Facebook page all those fancy cars he had. Miss Deborah. Miss Sonia says, hi at Deborah. She said I had a phone call. Miss Maria says, hello, everybody. Sorry I didn't have my phone. I was outside. It's 7 degrees. Miss Maria, it sure is 70 degrees, honey. And I just showing my legs, Miss Maria. I put some oil on these things, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. They about to be 58 years old, these legs of mine. But honey, I put some oil, little taste of oil on. Child, you'd have thought these legs were back in the 20s, honey. I said, girl, you better go ahead on. Child, I said it's a beautiful day. Let me just show my legs just a little taste, honey. I ain't really been a whole lot of places, but yeah, girl, I put my shorts on today, honey. It's warm, honey. And then I think after Wednesday, we going back into the 50s and 60s or something like that. I said, Lord Jesus. But yeah, I just don't believe I don't think Tyrone family members are as sincere I just feel like they see, okay, the whole world. They looking like it's the whole world is looking at this. Man, do you know what we could do with this right here? That's how I feel. That's just how I feel about the whole thing. Miss Maria says, Sonya, hey my friend, how are you? How are y'all? Doing still prayers up for Miss Sonya, Miss Dorothy. Um, um, family members losing their loved ones, so still praying for them. But yeah, it's just a lot with this case. I don't understand. I don't know why they don't want to get it solved. I just don't know. Miss Deborah, do you think that maybe they have an idea of what happened? Do you think that maybe they believe Lulu? Do you think they listened to Polo last night? Polo was going in and going off on they mohiggities. Polo went in on it. Polo didn't come to play. He said, I ain't come out here to play with nobody. Keep your damn thank yous. I said, okay, Polo. Child, Polo said that people over there buying memberships, honey. Natasha got folk buying memberships, honey, to be in his private lives to hear what's going on, honey. Polo was pissed the F off, honey. I said, Miss Maria says that Sonya, we are good over here trying to get everything together. The funeral is Thursday. And Miss Sonya, again, I tell you, I thank you so much because whenever you lose a loved one, there's so much you have to do, so many things that get needs to be done. But you always come through when I hit that live button. You pop in here and you still show your love and support. You are amazing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Um, but oh, yeah, it is a mess. With that right there. So yeah, Tamala's very passionate. She also said that Nancy Grace must be feeling some type of way. I'm sure maybe she's heard about it, but she says that Nancy Grace has yet to respond back to her email. So I don't really know what the police is probably trying to be like. What they're just doing too much. Miss Maria says that Sonya, make sure you rest and don't forget to eat. Yes, absolutely. So, Miss Maria, what you think about Rihanna House getting banged up last night? 10 rounds at the house. Miss Deborah says, "Well, I know Tyrone mother's side of the family seem like they are riding with Lulu, and the father side thinks Lulu was involved." Yeah, Miss Deborah, that's crazy work. But, and also Miss Deborah, I don't know, but they said that the day that Tyrone's mother went down there to the day that she went down there and they had that meeting. They was the meeting was not even about no justice for Tyrone or none of that. It was y'all know they had the board meetings talking about uh potholes and all that kind of stuff. And they said when that lady stepped up there to the podium, because y'all know they have open the it be open and to the public and they can walk up. Well, child, they didn't know what she was gonna say. And honey, the people tell me they was shocked, honey, when she talked about she wants some justice for her son. They was like, well, this ain't that type of meet. They ain't come out there and say all that. But I did hear them say, you have we can we that's sound like a private matter. We'll discuss that later. But those people were so confused behind that child. I don't understand. That's some nasty work. Riri, don't be bothering nobody. Somebody said it was Drake. What? Miss Deborah says it was a regular city council meeting. Yeah, Miss Deborah, and that's when she busted up in there and she was talking about she wanted justice for her son, and them people were looking like, "What are you talking about, lady? This ain't that type of meeting, baby." So whether she ever reached back out, they reached back out to her or whatever, I don't know. Haven't heard anything else pertaining to that. But Polo did touch on that part right there, as well. Talking about the meeting. He said he was just in there, listening, getting a little insight, trying to see what was going on. Y'all please make sure y'all hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. My goal is 5 super chat, super stickers. You can do it as little as 99 cents. I greatly appreciate it. When I say that the numbers are try. Y'all don't have to. It's just something that they got going on out here on the YouTube street trying to get us to have a goal. I guess because the everybody's been losing out on YouTube or whatever, and even YouTube is losing out. They losing out, we losing out. So they trying to figure out a way that maybe hopefully everybody can win a little bit, but I don't know. 99 cents. Let's see. They're gonna take 60. Yeah, I get four. Child. That's it right there, honey. So yeah, but yeah, Tyrone's mom, she's been very quiet on the set. She's probably still mourning. And then Natasha came out and said the dad was mourning and all that. The dad probably done let that stuff go too, child. This just me running off at the mouth. Child. She said he was mourning. He was off in the man cage, something to that sort. So I don't know. Um, what is Drake doing over there by Riri house, child? Well, Miss Maria Hunted, Miss Deborah let us know that the good lady is thank you, Miss Maria. The good lady is bond is $10 million, Miss Maria. You got anything you can help with a child? Cause $10 million. I don't see nobody going down there to get hooked. I don't see nobody putting up nothing to get her out, child. She's just crazy. I told her people she woke up yesterday morning, couldn't think of nothing else in the world to do but figure out a way how she gonna go to jail. She woke up and wanted to go. She had to want to go to jail. There ain't no way around it, y'all. That lady wanted to go to. Why is you shooting at that lady's house for? Why cause? Child, that mess don't make nobody sense. It don't make no sense. Mm-mm. I don't want to hear nothing about she was crazy. Mm-mm. We don't want to hear not one thing about that lady crazy. Everybody crazy when they do something. They become crazy. They become bipolar, psycho. They become all kinds of stuff. But it seemed like to me you was in your right mind, premeditated. You drove over there. You knew what you was going. You had a bang bang with you. You went to do what you would. Yeah, she don't need to be in there. Miss Maria says those babies were in the house. Anything could have happened. She probably ain't never seen Riri. Miss Maria, I told him it was probably a crazy fan, delusional, envy, jealous, all kinds of stuff. But you know what? I'm sure Rihanna didn't just move in that house, honey. I think she probably been in there for a good little taste. What tipped you off? What triggered you to make you want to go down there to by that lady house yesterday? That's the part that don't make no sense. And yeah, when you shooting at a house, um, like that, them bullets ain't got no names on them, child. Mm, 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 mm. Just plain out delusional, y'all. I told you, I don't know what the world coming to. Fight, not fight, but pow, 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 pow. I haven't heard nothing about nobody having a fist fight. People don't have fist fights today. Nah, that's too hard for them today. They ain't doing that. They want that pow, pow. Child, a hot mess. Mm. But shout out to the good people that has captured that act. And hopefully she don't be out there. Well, she ain't getting out, y'all. $10 million. She gonna be sitting right there, honey. Sitting right there. She probably in there rocking right now. She probably sitting in there rocking right now. I don't know what I did. What I didn't do that. Who y'all? Why am I here? Child, I cannot. Miss Maria, what you think about them talking about rolling Wendy Williams back out there, trying to get her back out on the TV, honey? They want Wendy Williams on the TV. They said they're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure she's real comfy. I let the good people know that ain't gonna happen because Kevin is out there waiting on Wendy to make a move so he can get a little taste of the money. Wendy ain't about to do that. Mm-mm. It's gonna take Wendy some years to when she get out from under this here guardianship. It's gonna take her a few years to handle that lady and the judge and all them that folk that had her in that place, honey. That what Wendy need to be working on. Miss Deborah says Riri has a couple of houses. She just happened to be at that one in California. But why is you tracking me though? Well, how did that lady know she was at that house? If that's the case, make that make sense. Who tipping off who? That's what we the people need to know. What is y'all doing? And who's doing it? Now, that part right there. Child, being a celebrity, it's good and bad, child. It is good and bad. You in the spotlight. You never know who watching you, why they watching you, how they feeling about you. It's just so much that could happen being a celebrity. Hey, my thoughts, my mod. Hey, girl, hey. She said, hey, G chat Moss. My thoughts, I was letting the people know that Tyrone Davis' family said they're gonna be down there in Gainesville, Florida on the 28th of this here month, honey. They said they're going down there to do some more protesting and all that kind of stuff. My thoughts. They said they done got a private eye, but they're not gonna tell the people who the private eye is. And also, my thoughts. I let the good people know that their aunt Natasha. I don't trust her, honey. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. I got a feeling way deep down, honey. They something is off with this lady. I really believe that, child. I do. I think she over there on that Facebook talking about morning inspiration. Y'all know that's what Tyrone was doing, morning inspiration. And every time she go live or whatever, she mentioning her nephew and all that. Child, ain't no telling what's really going on over there, honey. I don't go over there and listen to it. I don't. Miss Deborah says she may not have knew just banking she was home. Miss Maria says Wendy just wants her freedom. Even if she gets back on TV, she won't be making the same money. Without the same money, Kevin ain't gonna get she. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, Miss Maria, you know that. We the good people thought about that, but we know Kevin Hunter too, honey. He said if I can get 75 cents, honey, let me get it. You know he gonna try to get anything he can get, cause he wants Sharina back. He want Rena back. But Rena told him he's broke. She don't do broke. Oh, Sharina said you got to have that money. That's what she said. Child, I cannot. Miss Maria says that my thoughts. She says, "Hey, girl." Miss Sonia says, "Hey, hi, my thoughts. Hey, girl. Hey." Who said that? What's up? What's up? At talking with G and Maz and chats. Hello, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Miss Sonia says, "Hi." Who said that? But yeah, honey. No. Sharina told Kevin, Hannah. No finance, no romance, honey. Y'all remember what the people used to say? No finance, no romance, honey. She done got accustomed to that good lifestyle, honey. And it was taken away from her. She don't know what to do herself, honey. She don't know what to do. But y'all, can somebody tell me, with the kind of money that Wendy was paying that food, that certified food per month? Y'all heard what I said? Per month. What did they do with all that freaking money? Where is it at? Didn't nobody save nothing? Child, I cannot. Miss Maria said the divorce decree was very specific. Kevin gets nothing unless Wendy makes the same bank as she was. Miss Maria says, who said that? Hey, my friend, how you been? But honey, well, look like to me he's eat out of luck. Who said that is speaking? Hello, Sonia, Gertie dear. Y'all hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. We are getting very, 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 very close to the 2K, y'all. We is going, we is moving, we is on the go again. God is so good. We is almost there. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're catching this on the replay. Replay. And also you're welcome to join the chat to engage, interact, and all that kind of stuff. You know, we can agree to disagree, but don't come up over here acting crazy or acting a fool. Because I'm telling y'all already, they down here on standby. They're gonna get you. Oh my God, Miss Deborah says Sharina got the money and ran off. Girl, you think Miss Deborah? I don't think she got no money, Miss Deborah. Miss Deborah, you remember Target said she owed them and she didn't pay Target? That's right, Miss Science. She says, let's go, 2K. Come on, y'all, we can do this. Miss she couldn't even pay Target little card off. I think one about 4,000-5,000, Miss Deborah. She ain't got no money. She back at the house with her mother and her father. That's what the good people told me. She down yonder and she was begging Wendy for some money, talking about son. That's a Wendy's son's sister. Girl, if you send me another message like this right here, honey, I'm gonna have the people come visit you. Do it again. Send me I ain't got nothing to do with what you and Kevin made, honey. That ain't my baby. I ain't in it. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. That's your child. I had to take care of mine. You figure out how to take care of yours. How about that? That's what Wendy's saying. Mr. Maria says that idiot pissed off approximately 10 million and has nothing to show for it. He thought it would never end. Yep, evidently he thought it would never end. Miss Deborah says, I didn't know she owed Target. Girl, that was all on the net, honey, about she couldn't pay Target. They were suing her, Miss Deborah. Where you been? Y'all gonna need to stay woke. Miss my thought says, and Deborah, she did not want that stupid man. She gave birth to her cash register and locked in for 18 years. Well, my thoughts, baby, where he gonna get the money from? Last I heard, I ain't heard nothing about nobody saying he had a employee, no kind of employment. Well, girl, where his money? Where he get money from? My thoughts. I'll wait. You know, Kevin ain't got no job. Job, how's he surviving? Lord, I know he about to wear that son to death. Did you get any money? You got any money, son? You know your daddy hip is bad. I need to have hip surgery. Last I heard they needed hip surgery, homeowners, and all that kind of bullshit that he had going on, child. They done throw that black ass up out of that place, honey. No doubt. Allegedly. Child, I cannot hit that like button. You up over here, you giving me a view and subscribe to the channel because I can see y'all. We see y'all. I be telling y'all we see y'all. Oh, they're creating all that fake bullshit and stuff. Child, I cannot with these him people. A bunch of followers. My thoughts is that Trump tried to say Beyonce need to take care of her little brother from her dad. B said, hell no, that's my daddy's baby, not mine, honey. You better come on through here. Miss Science says, is his son getting money? Baby, I don't know if he getting no money or not. He probably got a little taste or something, child. I don't know. I don't think he got no access to win his money like that. If he did, Miss Sonia, that Kevin would have had him to drain it dry. Now I think Wendy them they put a stop to him, child, when he was out there doing all that door dashing and dashing up the door and all that bullshit. That boy didn't know how to cook. Miss Maria says Junior ain't trying to help him. I bet Junior ain't forgot Senior jumping him and calling the cop. Ooh, not the girl. Show did call the popo. Called the popo on his son, honey. Show did. Miss Deborah says Kevin probably on welfare and Medicaid because he is doing bad. See? Miss Maria, I feel as though all these men that thought that they was the man and I created all this here bullshit. I think they need to put them all in one house together and let them cry out their sorrow. Talk about how they was on top of the world. Talk about how they was pushing this and pushing that. Never had to worry about a dollar being in the bank because my wife was that girl. I feel as though they need to just put them all in the house together, just open up a big old house. And you know, are you feeling some type of way? You lost it all because you felt like you wanted to get out there and cheat and all that stuff. And your wife put her foot down. The doors is open, honey. Come on in. Come on in and talk about your problem, baby. This is where y'all can do it at. Talk about how stupid you was, child. Miss Saint says that clear lady stopped junior funds. Shut it down, honey. Shut it down. That part right there. Miss Maria says my thoughts a bit bay. Still laughing about that, child. I would be too. Hey, Miss Taiwan. She says, hey, y'all. It's been a while since I caught a live. Well, we're glad you're here. Welcome. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, girl, because Talking with G is on the go again, child. I'm about to hit that 2K again. Woo, child. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Miss Maria says that G, I told y'all that already. Bitter Baby Daddy Club. Child, make the letters big and bold. Make them big and bold. Give us some neon colors. The brightest colors that they can get, child. And you know, just it's gonna need to be a big one, Miss Maria, because you know it's a plenty of them out here looking like a fool right now. Miss Maria says, "Taiwan, hey friend, where you been? It's a plenty of them, Miss Maria. That's where they need to go. I see that Rap done got quiet on the set too. Y'all remember Basement Rap? Why is Basement Rap done got quiet on the set, honey? He probably told that damn dumb Martell Hope, I'm not listening to nothing else you tell me, fool. Cause look at you. Look at you. Man, I can recall when you was with your wife, you was meeting the big dog. I'm talking Beyonce and all them good people. You know, y'all know the peoples he was trailing them behind. Well, let's just talk about it for a second. Do anybody down here, because I'm gonna wait. Do anybody think right about now that Martell Hope can call and however go meet Beyonce them and all of that? Hell no. You ain't important no more. You never was. Miss Maria says record rap looking for a home. Looking for a home. My thought says at Taiwan, welcome back, friend. Miss Sain says Ralph thought he was going to get some housewife money. Mm. Martell thought he was gonna get some too, honey. They ain't got no problem becoming the female in his situation. Just as long as they get a little taste of money, honey. They probably over there trying to figure out how that was that Ken Do got that money from Mary J. And how that rabbit looking boy, that rat boy, y'all know what his name is. What his name? Dang, I like to call his name. Stevie J. They trying to figure out how the hell Stevie J got money out of what a name? What a name? I can Faith Evans. Child, they trying to figure out how the men got that money, child, because they ain't getting none, child. They trying to reach out to them and say, what was it that y'all did? How did y'all get that money? Man, I walked away with nothing. I ain't got nothing. I got a bunch of damn lawyer fees. Y'all think Martell finished paying them people, them lawyers? Child, I don't think he finished. My thought says my boy is worse off than a broke dog. Ooh, child, I cannot. Mm-mm. Uh, oh, she said, she and Maria, and she said, hey, friend, I've been spending too much time on those political channels. I need a break. Yeah, sometimes you have to take a break from certain sectors and all that stuff, child. They be going on. These sectors is messy. All the sectors are messy, y'all. They just messy, child. Oh, God, the bull crap, the bullshit that be going on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Child, there's a lot of stuff, child. It'll make you overwhelmed, child. Make you get to the point you be like, you know what? Let me just shut all this bullshit down. I don't want to hear nothing, know nothing. I don't want to. Just shut it all off. Who said that? Says that's why Wendy doing so good now to get back on her feet to get her ex-husband Kevin back since he's not with his ex-girlfriend anymore. That's it. That's all Wendy could have been doing radio host. Mm, mm. Speaking of that, I normally could run across the Breakfast Club, running across, a timeline and stuff, child. I ain't seen nothing, child. It's a mess, child. I know they feeling some type of way right about now, child. Ain't nobody going over yonder to that place, what is it, y'all? Netflix. We ain't going over there to the flicks, child, to be looking at the Breakfast Club because it didn't used to be that way. We done got used to it. Being able to listen in or replay or whatever, child. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing from the Breakfast Club in a minute right now. Seem like my thought says I hear some people on YouTube saying Coleslaw would not get into trouble for how she lived outside of work. If she is a nurse, there is a good moral character clause in Florida anyway. Coleslaw would not get into trouble for how she lived outside of work. Girl, I know that's that. Who cares? Taiwan says, is Wendy free now or is she still under control of those people? She hasn't completely got out from under her guardianship as of yet. Haven't heard anything, but they saying it's getting really close. I don't know. She was supposed to be free around the first of the year, so I really don't know. What procedures and all that they probably may have to go through to really release her. So we waiting, and we are waiting. Miss Maria says that who said that you mean get back at Kevin cause she damn sure ain't trying to get back with him. No, 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 no. Miss Sonia says, I don't know what they were thinking about getting on Netflix. I have no idea. Miss Sonia, it was the dollar swinging in their face. I think they said Charlemagne saw that dollar sign and all that kind of stuff, and that's what happened. But it's not looking good for them. It seemed like they just shut them down overnight. Miss Thomas says, when the coleslaw becoming there, girl, yeah, y'all know that girl ain't no daggone nurse. But y'all know how the people gonna try to prop up these people, y'all. They just do the most, just do crazy stuff, child. Probably just trying to put her name back out there for whatever their reason is, and we don't know. My thought says just using her as an example of male or female 304s living reckless can cost more in the long run. That's all, honey. Yes, Miss Maria says, we're not sure, but yeah, they just want to keep her name out there for whatever the reason, because y'all know it's quiet on the set. Martell don't let her come out. Martell don't let her get on TikTok. You ain't gonna catch on TikTok, YouTube. You ain't gonna catch her out there nowhere. Martell says he runs things. I told y'all about that clip the other night. You control them. Martell said you gotta control them, because if you don't control them, they're gonna try to control you. Hell no. Hell no. He ain't about to let nobody control him. That's what he thought he was gonna do to the queen of reality TV, honey. But she had to shut that bullshit down. She took it for a little taste. But when she woke up, she did wake up. She got gone, y'all. We had a rough ride getting up out of that mofo. Child, it was rough. Child, there were times we didn't think we were gonna get free. But honey, when she said sign the damn papers, the fool said, I'm trying to sign the motherfucking paper. He know he won't try to sign no paper, y'all. That a novel lie. I should slap him. My thoughts is some have been showing where's it at? Showing the paperwork online. I don't know if she is or not. Well, I think Miss Candy looked it up the other night. She said she wasn't. So I'm riding with Doc. As Miss Maria called him, I rise with Doc, child. Until she tell me something different, child, she ain't got nothing. Well, she ain't even been in school long enough to have nothing. What are the people talking about? My thought says, all I know, if I ever enter a hospital and see her, I will be healed and run out of that mug. Child, you better run, hun. She gonna say, oh, you a millimeter. You a meter. And that what Wanda say, you a meter. Miss Maria says, Mel said, you don't own me. I'm not one of your little toys. Y'all can't play with me like that no more. Child, I told y'all I think it was last night. He don't know this Mel right here, hun. He don't know her. Mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, that's what them old narcs do. They get them young girls that they can control, force them to do all kinds of craziness and all that kind of stuff. Put hands on them. Just child, just a whole hot mess, honey. Never know what people go through behind those closed doors. Miss Who said that says that Maria, LOL. I think Wendy will Kevin back ain't calling him Kevin. He's so full of shit. Child, Wendy don't want him. Mm-mm. At this point, she don't even feel sorry for that clown. How you gonna spend your wife money in front of her face, hauling another female up and down the road, spending time with her in your wife's face? Man, that was cold hearted. Child, you know them clowns, they probably thought, Karma would never spin the block on that ass. But now they feeling the effect from it all. They like, whoa. But Martell said he don't believe in karma, y'all. I ain't say that. That's what Martell Hope said. That time when him and Colbert was on that live. Martell Hope said it's just things that people go through. That's what he said. In other words, if you do something to people, evil stuff to people, Martell said nothing ain't gonna happen to you. Well, I ain't say that, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what he said. So whatever he got going on right about now, it has nothing to do with his actions that he done. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I just be thinking about what he did to Tank. Be pissing me off. Be about to go down there to where's Miss Faith? That be going down there to Alabama. This a girl. Where you going? Down here to Huntsville, Alabama, honey. My thought says, I hope she does not take that hog back. He put that 304 in a house in the same neighborhood, right down the street. Well, my thoughts. He did that so he wouldn't have far to go, just in case if the phone rang. And Wendy went up there and spray painted that mofo. Child, Wendy wasn't playing, and she was doing a whole lot of stuff, honey. Child, I don't blame her. I'd have had to drag. She probably would have got drugged for a minute. But I know Wendy on TV and all that stuff, she can't be cutting up too bad, you know. Hmm. Charlie couldn't have been me. I don't think I could have went out like that. But now, these women don't want these men back, y'all, because they see now they have more peace. They get to enjoy their kids. They get to go and come as they please. They ain't got to deal with that bullshitty and arguing and all that kind of stuff, child. And cheating and lying, leaving out the house all times of the night. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. Nah, nigga, you ain't going to no gym. Miss Sonia says, I heard Will moved in with one of his male friends. It's probably a storyline. Will who? Or is you talking about Mama's man? What that boy name, y'all? I heard he supposed to have moved in with Will, but then come to find out he got his own apartment. Now that's what I heard, Miss Sonya. Mm, 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 mm. My thoughts is at Sonya Will who? Yeah. Thank you, Miss Maria. Coleslaw is quiet because she is too embarrassed to show off that old Buick. Girl, not the Buick. Girl, why you gotta talk about the Buick? You see that Buick too? Miss Maria says Ken. Yeah, Ken. I thought they said Ken moved in with Will, Miss Sonya. But then couldn't find out. Martell Ho let us know that Ken got his own apartment. He went and got him a department, honey. Child, yeah, he moved to his own place, honey. My thoughts is going to the gym and not getting any muscles. He was doing the wrong push-up. He was more like laid down on his back. Could have been hands on the knees, because just like Marceau, honey, the hands on the knees, child, all I know, child. They be doing a lot. Miss Sonya says, Ken, I mean, yeah, Miss Sonya, that's what he told Trish he was moving in with Will, but couldn't find out, he let it out, honey. He got his own department, honey. I don't know how he got his own apartment. Miss Marissa's got his own apartment with what? He just like Tommy from Martin. He ain't got no job. He ain't got no job. Child, like it not. Who said that? Says, hello, my thoughts, dear. Wendy was really in love with her ex-husband. Well, Miss Who said that Mel was in love with Martell as well until she wasn't. There ain't nothing wrong with being in love with your spouse until you're not. They keep doing stuff to you. That'll kill everything. That's just like y'all ever heard them clowns say they get into a bad heated argument, sometimes even becoming physical, and 30 minutes later they want to have an extra encounter with you, act like nothing ain't never happened. Boy, if you don't get away from me, you gonna make me catch a case. You gonna make me catch a case. Nah. Mm-mm. The love is gone, honey. The love is gone. Can they feel it? The love they lost. It's gone, honey. Mm-mm. Nah. Miss Saint said that old silver Buick, honey. Child, Colbert ain't coming out here with that silver Buick, honey. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all know when Colbert would pop out, she would always be in a Beamer, child, with the roof. The roof. The roof is it won't on fire, but it was open, honey. The roof will always be open, honey, and she be chilling, honey. So goodness, I ain't seen no rooftop in that Buick, honey. She ain't coming out in that. Is y'all crazy? Y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Miss Janetta Board. Hey, Miss Janetta, welcome. Happy Monday to you. I hope you are having an amazing day. She says, hey, talking with G Maz and chats. Hello, beautiful. Y'all is done lost y'all. There's something wrong with y'all. It is something wrong with y'all. She ain't about to do that. Mm-mm. I think she pimped that old truck Martell had sometime. That was just to be trying to be funny at somebody. I get to drive his truck. Girl, don't nobody care. Probably ain't put about $2.50 worth of gas in that mofo. Sit down somewhere. My thought says Lemonhead told his he not in love with her in so many words, but she is blind by love and won't leave. She ain't blind by love. Miss Sonya, she's not blind. Who put that in there? She's not blind by love, my thoughts. She just don't want Kyle to know that she won, that she lost. That's it. That's all. Miss Saint says, hi, Janetta speaks. Miss Maria says, who said that? Wendy said once she took that ring off, it was over and done. He did the one thing she asked him not to do. He had a baby with someone else. That was her deal breaker. Broke that deal, break that deal, broke it all the way down. Miss Saint says gas is over $7 in California, honey. Oh, child, Miss Maria says that Janetta, she says, hey girl, happy Monday. Who said that? Says hello at Janetta Speaks. Yeah, honey, child, Martell he y'all know right about now Martell would have been and had a new knob or truck, honey. He been styling and profiling, child. And whatever he wanted, honey. His wife is sitting on millions. What y'all think Martell sitting on our way? Be careful out there driving, ma'am. Thank you for popping in. I hope you hit that like button. Thank you. Miss Maria says, my thought, dry pull side him, just trying to save face. She know Mel and Kyle were both laughing in that face, laugh. But Miss Maria, my thoughts and whoever else, Miss Sonia, but he's such a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. Miss Maria says, Narc sitting his rusty broke ass on the paper. Not on the pavement. Child, 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 it's just funny to me when we be up in here just talking and chatting it up about these dumb slow men, child, that was on top of the world. They thought they was on top of the world until they was not. They had it all, y'all. They had it all. Y'all see how Martell said, I ain't leaving. I just go in the other room. Nah, mofo. You said you were gonna leave. Get your shit. Get your shit and go. Mm. He didn't want to go. I'm gonna go to the other room. Oh, now you're stalling the situation. You wanted that B. I gave you 5 years. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gave you 5 years to get that bullshit together, and you still couldn't get it together. You stood in my face and you said, back in the olden days, they was allowed to have more than one woman. What? What? That is true. But the other woman know how to shut up. She talked too much. My thought says Sloth should have been trying to hide driving by my boy's black hearse without a hubcap. The girl, not the hubcaps was gone. Who got the hubcaps? Who got them hubcaps, child? Maria says, to the left, to the left. Yes, everything you own is to the left, honey. My thought says she gave him 30 minutes too long. 30 minutes too long, honey. Child, 5 years was a long time to get somebody knowing he going out there playing around and all that kind of bullshiggity. Bullshiggity. Child. Y'all know them men had to have some money back in the day to be out there doing the things that they were doing. But they ain't got that kind of money now to do the things that they were doing. So it's all been shut down and what else? Quiet on the set, honey. Just quiet on the set. Tyrone said it at my thoughts exactly. Maria says that mug had no rims and it was on dirty. Child, he couldn't go by the wash. He couldn't go by the car wash and let the good folk out there wash it up for him. Child yelling out that damn window. She should have threw some water in his face. She should have had a cup of grits right then. Oh, child, like it not. Miss Maria says, oh, and no AC in that Alabama heat. Not the Alabama heat, honey. Child, the good people told us that he ain't had no air in that truck, honey. He need to go pay the people to get it fixed. Probably, child, it's probably going to be up in the thousands. Y'all, he ain't got that. Who said that? Says Melody say, call the Scots to help you get your shit. LOL. Get your shit. Bernadine. Ooh, chap. Mel should have pulled the Bernadine, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. Let me think about it for a minute. I took all his clothes and I put Clorox on him too. One time I dated this dude, y'all, he tried to, do that bullshit and stuff. I told y'all, I cut them clothes up. Nice clothes. Quality. Child, he spent some money on that thing. When I cut them daggone pants up, them dress pants and stuff, child. I kind of cut them, at the knee, make like some knee knockers or whatever. I said, oh, hell no, they might be able to take these to the cleaners and try to get them folk to sew this back on. Girl, I did them damn scissors. I went to cutting, just to cut. Cut off. Girl, they had some culottes by that time. I got finished with them, their pants, honey. They were culottes then, not the knee knockers, honey. They became culottes, honey. Yeah, that wasn't good enough for me, honey, because I was pissed. 3 shades of hot, honey. Where my Clorox at? Honey, that wasn't it. I took a dang on jug of Clorox. Child, and I let loose in that trash bag with his good goods, and I took him to him. Here your stuff. That fool like to have a fit when he found out I had baptized his clothes in the Clorox and cut him up, honey. Don't be playing with me. That's what you do. My thought says, gee, he has no money for the car wash, and the water at that big face house is cut off. No, it cut off. You should have went by there, them Scott boys and asked them could have helped him wash the child. That's what he should have done. Miss Saint says they said Nell is having a breakdown. What are they doing to her on that show? Well, as in the words of Miss Maria, honey, we don't feel no ways tired about Nell Fletcher. I was rooting for her, honey. She is a hot mess, and she did the queen of reality TV wrong. She did just like them other people. So continue to go over there to Black. You and Mr. Fletcher, y'all going over there to Black and continue to hang with Tuna Cat. Oh, she don't like you no more. Did I tell y'all why Tuna Cat mad at Nell Fletcher? I think I told y'all, but I'm gonna tell you again. Tuna Cat is mad at Nell Fletcher behind their interview that Martell and Coleslaw did with the mistress. And when Nell Fletcher asked her about it, Tuna Cat didn't like it because she was on the TV, honey. Yeah, honey, that's what good people saying. And Tuna Cat didn't like it. But my thing is, why do Tuna Cat always think she get the opportunity to ask somebody about their relationship and what they got going on, but nobody can ask her a thing. I like to say, God dang on thing. That's what I was gonna say. That's a problem. Who said that? Says, oh my goodness. Who said that? What you say, oh my goodness for? Can I cut that man pants up? Talk club out something. Child. That's what I did. All he could do was throw them things in the dumpster, honey. They were bleached down too. Think I put about 2 bottles of that. I don't use generic. It was that straight up Clorox. Y'all know it's gonna do some damage. Ooh, child, that was good to me, child. Every time I pour that Clorox in there on them that clothes, child, I said, woosah, I can breathe again. I was feeling good after then, honey. Yeah, child. Put them in that car shop, child. Make sure I had enough trash bags in there so it wouldn't leak in my car, honey. I ain't need that Clorox to be leaking. The bag was heavy too. I ain't that big, but that bag was heavy. But I got that bag in that car, honey, and I said, let's take a ride. That's what we did. I knew the location. My thoughts is Nell started snaking with the rest of the snakes. She gets what she gets. Mel has not changed. They all did. You know she's missing Mel. She's probably depressed. Let's talk about it, y'all. I think she might be depressed, Miss Sonia, because of how she did Mel, and she used to be able to call Mel about anything, and they would talk or whatever. She did her wrong, so now she lost a good friend. You realize you lost a good one when it's all said and done. Sometimes you just gotta people act people people do a lot of acting before they think. They don't think, they just be acting. And by that time it's too late. hmm So yeah, she get what she get, child. She's claiming her daddy moved in, and she depressed, but she needs some help with the dad and Lance and the babies and all that kind of stuff, child. I cannot. Who cares? Bleach baby. It breaks a man down in tears. I ain't caring about them tears, huh? Show did. Show did. Uh-uh. Oh, you want to play dirty? Okay, we can do that, partner. Let's get it. hmm Teach you a lesson. Stupid. Child, when I tell y'all my sons ain't never had to worry about me, honey, because they be like, my mama can handle her own shoes. We ain't got to worry about it, honey. We ain't got to worry about her, honey. Child. I tell them, quick, I got this. I got it. Trust me. Child, you gotta break them down, honey. You gotta break them all the way down, child. But yeah, Kim is stupid. Everybody talking about Kim on the internet, child. How many more ways can this clown tell you he just don't want you? How many more ways? What do y'all think what do y'all think she's wanting him to say? I mean, I don't get it. He don't want you. He don't even like having X with you at this point. And you know what? Somebody like Maurice, child. Maurice gonna sit there and say, I done told you in so many words that I wanna go ahead and free myself, but you insist on being mad to me. So guess what? I'm gonna do what I want to do. He already done said that to him. He gonna go and do whatever he wanna do. It's not good to go along with the crowd all the time. The only time to move with the crowd is when black people run. Yep. A lot of people move with the crowd. A lot of people move with the crowd because they want to fit in somewhere. You know, um, Whichever way the wind blow, honey, that's where they go, and they find themselves in a pickle. And then because God gonna make the people think. That's what's gonna happen. They be like, dang, oh my God, I shouldn't have did that. Too late for that. Miss Taiwan says, I'm like you, G. Bet Nell does Mrs. Mill. Yes, she miss a whole lot. Mhm. She miss her. She can't call her. Can't go by a house and all that kind of stuff. My thought says Lemonhead put her business out like that on TV. He did not care about her in the first place. Did not and don't. Let's have a real conversation. In the beginning, when they doing stuff like that, whether one is married or one is with somebody else, it's all fun. And then, but when the two people actually get together, um, the fun is over with because all that they was doing to be with each other, they don't have to do that anymore, and it's just over. That girl used to drop it all the time, 3 4 times a day with Lemonhead, and Lemonhead said he ain't getting that right now, so he feeling like she reneged on the deal, so he's pissed off behind that. Now I can't be with nobody gonna force me to have X with you. No, I ain't about to do that now. That's terrible. It makes you feel like you've been raped or something like that. Forced. Ugh, I couldn't do it. But uh, that's what she wants. So, and she's sitting up there talking like a baby. I love you, but I'm so in love with you. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm so. She had to make sure she said she's so in love with him. Child, that fool ain't in love with you. He look like a big kid. That's what he looks like, a great, overgrown kid that's confused. He is confused. Let me see y'all hitting that light, but I know how y'all live. Let me see what's going on. All up over here. Mm-hmm. They be all up over here, y'all. Shining it up. Y'all should have been here the other night when DJG was on the ones and twos, child. Where am I? Where am I? When DJG was on the ones and twos, child. Mm-hmm. Ones and twos, child. All right, y'all. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good, people. Proud of y'all. So proud of y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Subscribe to the channel. Your girl trying to hit this 2K again. Always got to say again. Child. Mm-mm. My thought says, what man talks under his wife's clothes like that? Shaking my head, child. I have no idea. My thought says that Taiwan use another word like unalive. Thanks. Yes, appreciate that. Uh, thank you, my thoughts. Child, that's a mess. But yeah, I really don't know what. And then Chris Fletcher, they said Chris ain't got his license back yet. I heard somewhere where they said he did, and then I heard they said he don't. He got all them counts against him. He got to pay like $13,000 or something like that. Man, that's gonna take a toll. Nell asked him, so what? We got to go into the daycare money or something like that. Child, and he told me, well, I got a cleaning business and I got this and got that. Baby, you better pull all of that together. He better pull all that. Wait a minute. So he said he was bringing in a big bulk of the money. So if you were bringing in a big bulk of the money, where is all that money at? All that money, realtor money, cleaning business. I think you got another business and the daycare. Where's all this money at? And what's taking you so daggone long to pay these here folk off? You did it. Well, Chris said he thinks somebody was trying to set his ass up. I don't know. Hey Melinda, she says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, beautiful. Welcome. Happy Monday to you. Hope you hit that like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. And welcome. Thank you so much for popping in with us. Taiwan says, my thoughts, gotcha. My thoughts says that Melinda, she says, hello, thanks for being here. Miss Maria says that Melinda, she says, hello and welcome. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday to you, honey. Y'all come on up over in here. Come on in the room. Yes. Come on in the room. Y'all know y'all want to be up over here. Y'all know y'all want to be up over in here. Y'all, I cannot with y'all. But yeah, she's got a lot going on. She told Fletcher she need that money. They need that money in their house because they got a lot going on. Miss Saint says hi at Melinda. But yeah, they got a lot, for him to lose that like that. But Fletcher said he thinks somebody set him up, child. You can't do favors for people like that. Why would you risk your business, like your business? What you gonna put your business on the line for somebody for? He acting like a Martell Hope right about now. That was reckless. That was just plain out reckless. Well, honey, they found him guilty on everything. Everything that the people said he done, cheering. He was found guilty. That guy to pay that $13,000 and found guilty. Child, I don't know if he gonna get them papers back or not, honey. I don't know what he gonna do. Now might have to go get the license or some child. I don't know. Um, my thoughts is Fletcher messed his business up trying to help someone else. I wonder who he tried to help. Does the person have funky feet? Child, make you wonder. Mm-hmm. But he really said whoever it was set him up. Mr. Maria says Fletcher might have something. What you mean he might have something? What you talking, Miss Maria? Tyrone says Chris isn't getting those licenses back no time soon, honey. Whoop. Miss Lane says, I think it was Martell's fault for not getting out of that house. Miss Sonya, you better come on through here. I know good daggone well, but wait a minute, Miss Sonya, wait a minute. Whoever it was, they said they turned him in. So you saying Martell turned to me because Martell got mad? Child, I wouldn't put it past him. Now that's a good one. I would not put that bullshit up past Martell. That's a Martell move, child. Cause he did. He said he was trying to help a friend, and he said that he think he was set up. That's what Fletcher said. I ain't said y'all. Miss Maria says that someone set him up. My thought says Funky said he going to take them all down. Y'all better come on through here. Y'all better come on to God heaven knows that's what he said. Ooh, child. And that snake, that sorry mofo bald-headed bastard will sit right there and grin in their face the whole while. He got that dagger in their back. He got that dagger. And he twisting and turning it and all that bullshit, honey. God know that what he said, my thought. He is pissed off. My thought says he sure did not leave bum ass. Child, Martell is pissed off at all of them low key. But really, 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 he's really pissed off because he lost it. He lost it all. And Martell Holt saying himself, I know that all these guys out there cheating on their wives. And I was the one that lost my family. Oh, hell yeah, he pissed off. He real good and mad, honey. Ain't no telling what he gonna do. Miss Maria says, my thoughts, I wouldn't put it past him. Child, y'all got us thinking up in here, child. Was it Martell that turned him in? It's a strong possibility. Think about what he said. He said, out of Chris' mouth, he said, I think I was set up. And Nell told Chris, if you would have came to me and talked to me like you were supposed to do and tell me about what was going on with the business, she said you wouldn't be in this pickle you in right now. That's what she said, hon. And she's pissed off. Don't you touch me, Chris. Sitting over there trying to touch her, trying to console her. Don't you touch me, Chris. Get your hands off of me. Every time I turn around, if it ain't them damn kids, it's your ass. You doing something now. Tyrone says, I'm not messing up with my livelihood for nobody. Hotel ain't got a pot to piss in to help anyone. Baby, can we see not a pot to piss in nor the window to throw it out of? Child, you just don't do that. You just don't do that. You can't trust people. People say grin in your face all day long. And I tell y'all, people that grin in your face, they don't like you, honey. They don't like you. They're trying to figure out a way to do some harm, bring some harm to you. You look like you're doing too good. My thoughts are little Nelly better walk all the way straight. He may put my boy in her daycare and say something happened to him. Their little Nelly better not enroll my boy Junior. Child, I wouldn't do that either. I would just really, I just cut all ties with that one right there because Martell is on the loose. He's really on the loose and he's still mad. He's still losing a lot of sleep behind him losing his family and all the other guys still have their family. So he really has a problem with that. And I can kind of understand that. Y'all would probably feel the same way. Y'all know what they out there doing. And nothing didn't happen to them. Nah, Martell, you went too far, boy. You out there wanting to do your bullshit, and then you want to try to come home, try to possibly be trying to lay some hands on somebody and all that bullshit. Ain't nobody about to be letting you put their hands on them. What's wrong with you? Martell was doing too much. He couldn't stop. He gonna force her. He gonna beat her into letting coleslaw be in the mix. Well, man, you got to take care of. Y'all remember Martell told me that girl had that baby. He'll sign off his rights and pay child support or something else like that. He wanted to move away. What you want to run for? That girl is in that city because of you. You always she want to get flued out. When he flying out, child, she got flued out. Flued out ain't funny no more, child. They don't like none of this stuff no more. Someone says, I'm my thoughts read down. Yeah, flued out is not fun anymore. And Martell don't like it. I would be feeling like Martell though, y'all. I really was. I ain't even about to play with y'all. Y'all would be too. Y'all know everybody out there was all out there kicking it together, doing the same bullshit there. And I'm the only one that got caught. Ah, damn. What the hell? Miss Maria says, here's what gags me. Not mad, but skip right over the fact that Fletch tried to tell him, but Knock just kept on. Even Martha tried to tell him, but no, Knock just kept going. Didn't tell him nothing. Nobody, he wouldn't listen to nobody. Nobody could tell him nothing. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Nope. He says, I'm untouchable. I'm untouchable. Mm. Monthal says he better fuss with himself. He found out not that man. He built that broken down family. Now live with it. Someone says hotel is trying to destroy all of those men because they have their wives and family. Yep, sure is. My thoughts spot on. Maria says, at my thoughts, they can't afford nails daycare. Oop. Child, y'all got me thinking though. It was a friend. He said a friend, and that person set him up, set that ass up. Well, it sounds like to me, whoever it was that went to the commissioners and turned him in, the person's name had to be on it, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna see can I find that clip. I want to look at Martell's face because your face gonna tell it all. I want to look at Martell's face whenever Fletcher said, if I'm not mistaken, Martell kind of dropped his head. I don't know, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta look at that again. Um, my thoughts is I said a long time ago, my boy needs to go see the Wizard of Oz and get a brain. Not get a brain. Child, I cannot. Y'all hit that button, y'all. Hit that like button. I see y'all. I can see y'all. That's a good one. Child, I wouldn't put it past me. Could have had the bird to go down there and do that on him. Because Martell was really mad. He told Chris, which one to do? Put the kids out on the street? You gonna put the kids out? You gonna put the kids out on the street? Martell, that was a short term, not a long term, dude. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. That fool had some good credit and all that, child. He just messed up everything. Miss Maria says at time one, she says exactly. He probably ain't got no good credit no more, y'all. He just ain't got nothing. And you know that bird, y'all remember the bird said he was dumber than a rock? Child, that bird had to come back out here and tell the people how dumb he was. She said he didn't even know how to go into the bank, y'all, and do no business, y'all. What in the hell? Huh? Child, I cannot. This is a G. And the Nuggets didn't live with Knock anyway. No. Well, you know that was the time they had a 7 days on and 7 days off, Miss Maria. That was during that time. Um, whenever he was in that house and Chris kept telling him he got to get out and all that stuff. Charlie could have been him. Went straight on down there and turned him in. Child, that's how come you can't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. Or however they said it there, y'all. Cause them there folk ain't meaning nobody no good. Child, I ain't gonna put it past. My thought since my boy went back to zero, he can start over at one. Not start over at one, child. Mm-mm. Talking about he thinks she wanted to do that show to expose him. No, you exposed yourself. Don't put that bullshit off on nobody. You take that. You stand in it. You own that. We're gonna need for you to own what you did on national TV. Stupid. Ain't got nobody sense. Mm, 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 mm. Child, I would have got him like that too. Miss Miss Maria says, but they didn't live with him. They had a home with their mama. But I thought it was doing the 7 days on and 7 days off thing. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, most of the time, even though when it was his time, he still didn't get them. He didn't have them. Mm-hmm. Mm. Miss Maria says, don't forget Destitute had beef with Fletch. Mm. Child, sure did. They ain't none of them people doing nothing but lying. They just be lying, y'all. They ain't got nothing going on. Mm-mm. They trying to figure out something, how to get something going on. Because if they had businesses and all that kind of stuff, when the shows is off and stuff, when that show come back on, that's what they would be proudly wanting to talk about and show the people. They don't do none of that. My thought says that part, do something and blame someone else. I am sure his ex did not drive him to the 304 and say get in there and lay up with her. Miss Maria says that G, it probably was, but Narc was acting like the Nuggets would be homeless. Yeah, yeah. He was angry about that when he said that though. So there's a possibility, Chuck. And you right, Miss Maria. D Nasty could have did it. I mean, if it ever come out, I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of them. Y'all know D Nasty and Martell were together. She's gonna sense another cold bird. Whatever Martell tell her to do, she do it. So it could have been. I'm gonna say it could have been either one of them. Cause remember, he was trying to sell that house of the barracks too. Mm-hmm. My thought says, remember when Destitute and Fletcher both wanted to list my boy's new property? She could have set him up. Set him up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Miss Maria says, y'all know not be putting folk up to doing his dirt. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, but you know what the sad part is? He didn't even tell, excuse me, he didn't even tell Nell who he think it was that did whatever. It's like he's not talking to her about it. It's like he's shut down. Mm. Top one says, I can't stand a slow men that let a piece of tail destroy their family, and they have the audacity to make it the wife's fault. Child, they're gonna do it every time, honey. You know they is. They're gonna do it every time. Mm-mm. That's what they do. Sorry, bunch of mofos. Nah, Nell sitting there crying. She sad and depressed and all that. Child, I don't feel no waste time. That don't make me feel no kind of way at all. Mm-mm. The only thing is now she just can't call her friend. She can't call a good friend for advice. My thought says I bet Tuna Cat knows, and since she don't like my boy or Fletch, she would tell Wildebeest to put the info out. Mm, mm. You know what? My thought. They said Tuna Cat sitting on something that she gonna tell Destiny's business. It could be that, y'all. We don't know. It could be. Mm. Taiwan says D Nasty and Hotel plotted on Chris, and he was too stupid to see it. Chris was telling all of his business to Hotel. My thought says Tuna Cat. Hell, Tuna Cat can't. Tuna Cat don't like Little Nail either. Nope. Mm-mm. Miss Deborah says I believe Chris have an idea who it is. He's just not ready to say it. Yep. Me too. Me too, Miss Deborah. He know who did it. I keep telling you. All I keep thinking about, he said he was trying to help a friend. That's what he said. Boys, Martell, if they did something like that to him, they low down, y'all. Them gutter snipers. Mm, 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 mm. That is sad. But as for me, Chris been in the business long enough. He should have known better. He should have known better. Trying to cut some corners and all that kind of stuff. You have to ask yourself a question sometime. Would that person do this for me? Would they? Would they risk their livelihood for me? Thank you, Miss Maria. Would that said person risk their livelihood for me? He should have been asking himself, is it a possibility I could lose my license if I do this? If I make this move? Child, I had to learn a long time ago, y'all. Men gossip worse than women, just in case y'all didn't know that. They are the worst. Carrying news back and forth, back and forth. Y'all, men is a hot gossiping mess, y'all. Just in case y'all didn't know that. Y'all better wake up. My thought says, yes, he knew better. He was a whole broker. Yeah. I'm not. But my thoughts, even though he made that move, he did not share that with his wife what he was getting ready to do. Because if he would have shared it with her, they would have talked about it and all that, and she would have been like, she gonna get a feeling of whether to or not to. And I think she would have told him, no, don't you do that. Don't you do that. But see, men don't want nobody to tell them nothing because they think they know every damn thing. That's what that is. They always want to know everything. Or she trying to run this and she trying to run. No, trying to look out for your bald headed ass. Don't listen. If Tuna Cat, if D Nasty, if Tuna Cat get Wildebeest to come out here and put Destiny, whatever she thinks she know about Destiny, honey, child, that might be a bad fight. But honey, they say in the real life, in the real world, they don't talk. They don't get along. My thoughts is she would have stopped it, and I'm sure of it too. My thoughts. She would have thought about it. She would have processed what he said, thought about it, and looked at him and said, don't you go do that. Don't you do that. Read the bylaws. Child, y'all know me and my bylaws, honey. Miss Maria says, I used to go to the barber shop to get my hair cut, and baby, I got more gossip from there than at the salon. Child, you better know. Child, that's what men go to the salon for. They got it twisted, y'all. The women do gossip a little taste, honey. But 9 times out of 10, they gossiping amongst that person that's working on the hair. But honey, that open barber shop, child, you get all the tea up in that mofo, honey. Miss Deborah says, I believe Chris wanted to help him get back on his feet so that he can take care of his kids. You own to something, Miss Deborah. I can ride with that one as well. My thought says all truth in you text. They talk, talk for real. All truth in you text. They talk for real. I'm a little confused. But yeah, that's what it said. You own to something, Miss Deborah. I think so too. But you know what, y'all? Let's say this hypothetically speaking. Um, what he did for said Martell allegedly, Martell could have your all truth in your text. They talk for real. Okay. Um, men at the barbershop. Oh yes, yes, my thought. But yeah, and what he did for Martell, whether it was cutting the corner or whatever, Martell could have went and told somebody else, y'all, what Chris did, and that somebody else could have went to the commissioner on Chris. We just never know. It could have went down like that. But at the same time, let we know how Martell operate and how he worked. He would be the type of person to do that, knowing that that person gonna go tell. How about that? How about that, y'all? Miss Maria says that Deborah, yeah, because Narc was always acting like father of the year. Child, they done shut that bullshit it up. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about that. Father, I'm a good father. Why he was thinking that just because he do a bust down part and to put two ponytails on the side, maybe one, because that was a style way back in the day. Two ponytails on each side and one in the back, hun. Male, the mother do that all day long, every day, if have to. Why did somebody need to salute you for combing your own child's hair? They don't salute the mother. What make you King Tut? Sorry, mofo. Always want to be acknowledged by something. Oh, I did Mariah's hair. What you think she's supposed to do? Fall down on her knees and say, "Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby." Boy, please. That's your daughter. You supposed to comb her hair. She get ready to go to school or wherever. I wasn't here. Mm. Child. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Always, always, always need an acknowledgement for the stuff that women do every day. Every day. We never walked around expecting nobody to get to pat us on the back or none of that. That's your responsibility. That was your blessing from God. You're supposed to take care of. Sure, I cannot win. Mm-mm. He do too much. I'm so glad that he finally stopped going on the net talking about he was the father of the year. I told y'all when Mel called my boy out, told him to say another word, she gonna put all his bullshit out there. Called his name and called him out. She shut him down. She shut him down. He kept going because he said, she keeping my secret. She ain't gonna tell these people on this internet what I'm doing. She ain't gonna do that. That's what he thought, y'all. Until he couldn't think it no more. Miss Maria says that Deborah, yeah, because not was always okay, read out. My thought says my boy is selfish. He waited until he got his license and did not need to use Fletch and Marto anymore now he on the loose. He is an ingrate. Do he still have his license, though? My thought is the question, honey. Do he still have him? Because, in the beginning, y'all, we was talking, and my thoughts, I think it was you that said it was a short-term license or some bullshit like that, child. We couldn't figure that out. We could not figure it out. Mm-mm. Child, y'all got me thinking now. He probably did. He probably did that to that dude. Oh, he renewed them? Child, first we need to figure out who helped him pass that test. But my thoughts, you know what? He would probably have to go somewhere where nobody knows his name because he done did so much damage to the people. They are good until 12/20/26. Child, Lord, he is on the loose for sure, my thoughts. Child, we ain't gonna be able to tell that fool nothing. But again, my thoughts, who gonna trust him? Who? And whatever happened with those elderly people that he got their money? Whatever happened about that? I think did he put it in the bankruptcy or something? And then that younger couple, he got them too. What they do? File that in the bankruptcy as well? And where's all that money at that you done got from them folk, Martell? What do you do with that money? Child, I don't understand. They say it got a little taste of gambling problem, child. Child, he can't get no helicopter no more. Fly that girl around nowhere. It's over. Ooh, child, when I tell y'all that dude is so mad to know that that lady living in that house, got another house in Atlanta, taking care of those kids, running her business. Child, that piss him off every day, y'all. How? How is she able to do all of this? Look at her. Look at her. That's all they can do. Singing in the background. Child, a whole hot mess, child. I done been out here for about 2 hours, cheering. I'm about to get up off of here. My thought says having a license and being a good builder are two different things. I would not live in anything he slap up. Child, not with that house he got that bird living in, honey. The folk better take heed and get out there and ride around and see what he has already done. But no, his reputation is messed up. I think he's gonna have a long way to go, even though he do have them license. He has to build. Nobody's gonna trust him. Way back when Mel was always the upfront one, and people knew that Mel was gonna do the right thing. Ain't nobody about to trust this clown here. Not with that bird anyway. They only flew over the beach 10 minute ride. Not the 10 minute ride, honey. Girl, she thought she was doing something up there. I was like, okay, a bird, honey. We see you. A hot mess, child. Prayers up to Wendy, y'all. I hope Wendy get out from under this guardianship, and I hope she get back up there and do what she do, child. Just do what she do. The Breakfast Club. I hate that they going through what they going through because I miss chiming in sometimes over there in the Breakfast Club, seeing them interview different peoples and having them on the show and all that kind of stuff, child. But I's not traveling over there to no Netflix, honey, to see none of that, child. I'm not gonna buy no Netflix, child. So they got they got duped, look like they got duped to me, child. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get from out from under this. I don't know, child. I don't know. They saw them big dollar signs and they was running with it. So God bless them on their journey. But anyway, y'all about to get up off of here. Prayers up for Ramika's family, child, because they still cutting up over there on the Facebook. That's where they do the most damage at pertaining to Ramika. They want to treat her like she was just nothing and nobody, child. It's so disgusting the stuff that those people doing over there. Prayers up for Shanquilla's family as well. Praying that they can get some justice at some point. Ben Crumb, what you doing? Ben Crumb, come here. Bring your bald head over here. Is you doing anything? Child, I cannot. Bye, Miss Deborah. Love you. Thank you so much for popping in. She said, see y'all later. Yeah, I might pop back on a little later on, child, but I'm about to get up off of here right now. And yes, justice for Tyrone. I pray that his family get their life together. They need to get theyself together before they come back out on this internet with all that bullshit and confusion that they be doing, y'all. Justice for all. That's right, my thought. Justice for all of them. Y'all, we praying for them. We praying for them. Miss Sonia, we love you so much. We are here. We praying for the family. Miss Deborah, we praying for you. She be's in the background sometimes. Bye, Miss Sonia. Until next time, we love you. But yeah, Miss Deborah, she sometimes be in the background listening. I hope and pray that she's not, going into no depression behind all of this that's going on. And we have to remember, y'all, God don't put no more on us than we can bear. We live to die, y'all. We all gonna leave this world at some point in time. We don't know when, and yes, it hurts when you lose a loved one, but we're not gonna be here forever. And I say this right here, especially if the person is sick, I don't want to see them laying up there suffering or nothing like that. I'd rather see them go on. Um, um, than to be like that. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining the live as always. In the words of Miss Maria, she says, thanks for dropping in on the live. We hope y'all were entertained. Until next time, we're wishing y'all love, peace, and hair grease. Enjoy your evening. It is a beautiful day. Just what I said. We might come back a little later on, but trying to finish catching. It's not even dark yet, y'all. It's almost 6 o'clock. Miss Deborah says, let's pray this orange man do not bring the draft back. He's so stupid, Miss Deborah. He out there telling people to shut up. He ain't got no sense. He don't know how to talk to people with his crazy tail self. When it comes to the orange man, Miss Deborah, I just say this right here. I know somebody that sits high and look low. God ain't about to let this clown destroy everything like he trying to do. That's not gonna happen. So I don't focus on the orange man because I keep my mind on the good Lord, honey. And I know, he's the only one. And shout out to Miss Salt and Light, baby. Miss Salt and Light probably working, and she better be working and not twerking. I know that. Miss Salt and Light said she be working and not twerking, y'all. So shout out to Miss Salt and Light, child. We love you. I didn't see you in the live today. Catch the replay, Miss Salt and Light. But anyway, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for popping in to my amazing Mars. As always, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are amazing. And everybody that joined the live, y'all are welcome to come in, interact, engage, or join the chat, child. We can agree to disagree. And that's it and that's all. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Bye.